What's happening, YouTube and vinyl community? This is a vinyl tag for Rachel's Ghosts. She's doing the 2024 Beatles tag. It's 10 questions, and the first question is basically, what out of what Beatles album do you have the most of? I've been collecting vinyl for a long time, so I got a lot of copies of each, but I'm gonna have to go with probably the White Album. I don't know. I guess like 15 or so. I'm not sure exactly how many, But I'm only going to show you a few. We got basically the top loader UK. All right. We got a US. This is a Jacksonville pressing on the Apple label. All right. We got 70s pressing on the orange and silver label. And we got basically an early 80s pressing on the purple capital. For some reason I got the $1 million bills in here. They don't come in here. Basically every album that I have has the poster and the pictures. You got these. We got George, you got John, you got Paul and Ringo. So basically, you got a sealed copy of a late 70s in mint shape. No need to open it. Got so many. This is a D'Agostini 2017 Japanese pressing of the White Album. Then you got the White Album on cassette tape. And you got the CD when it first came out, 87. And then you got a 30th anniversary. All right, well, we got question 2. Beatles bootleg. I got quite a few bootlegs of the Beatles. I'm gonna go with the Black Album. This is a 3 LP. Album. It's got the Beatles embossed. It's a pretty rare Beatles album. You don't see many people showing it. It's a good album. Good boot. And it comes with a poster. It's got the lyrics on the back. I'm not going to really open it up all the way. All right. Moving along, we got the last Beatles album you purchased. It's been a while. I basically bought some of the reissues, but I've been collecting so long. I got most of the stuff, the Beatles boxes and, the mono box and, all the Japanese box and, the blue blocks and, a lot of it. So it's been a while since I've really been hunting Beatles down, but I got some of the reissues. Let It Be, the George Giles Martin. This is pretty good. I don't think he should have touched this album. I think the Spectre version, Phil done what he done. So I don't know why they went there. But all right. Number 4, we got a solo Beatles album. I'm going to go with All Things Must Pass, George. This is probably the best solo, Beatles album out there of them. It's got the first number 1 hit of a solo Beatles. All right. Then we got number 5, a non-Beatles from the UK or the USA. I'm going to go with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is an Australian pressing. It's on pink wax. You know, got the silver one label box, Parlophone. You know, basically a boot. Sounds good though. All right. We got question number 6. Singles or EPs. All right. We're going to go with Don't Let Me Down and Get Back. And then we got Yesterday. And on the flip, you got Act Naturally. And we're going to go with a couple more. We're going to go with Ringo Starr, It Don't Come Easy. We're going to go with George, What Is Life? And we're going to go with John, Watching the Wheels. Sad to say, we're going to say Starting Over. You know, unfortunately, I don't think that album was the death of him, which is sad. But now we got two doozies. You know, I don't know what Paul was thinking. We got Spies Like Us. But really, the doozy, I don't know what he was thinking. Ebony and Ivory. Come on, Paul. All right. Next, number 7. Cover of the Beatles. We're going to go with Beatlemania. I seen this back in the Winter Garden Theater next to Madison Square Garden when it first came out. It was the start of Beatlemania. Then we got number 8. Guest starring on an album. We got George and Ringo guest starring on Leon Russell's first album, 1970. This is a really good album. You know, George and Ringo guest starring on there. We got number 9, non-music related or stuff like that. We're going to go with these pencil etchings. This is a Chinese girl, Heini. She done a lot of these. She does it's like all sorts of sports guys and all sorts of, like, you know, other, you know, figures in pop culture. You know, so I got John. We got John again. And we got John again. So I guess John's my favorite Beatle. All right. Then we got number 10. We got favorite Giles Martin reissue. We're going to go with the Isha demos. You know, this is some really good stuff on here. And we got another White Album. All right. And the final question, or I guess it's the bonus question, give a shout out to a Beatles channel. We're going to go with Norman Maslow, because every time I see Mazzy's channel or Mazzy on his channel, he's got a Beatles picture or something Beatles related. You got to just admit it, Mazzy, you're a Beatles channel. But truly, we're going to give a shout out to old Beatlemania Dave. I haven't seen him on Rachel's channel in a while. Hope he's doing all right, and I hope he comes back. And other than that, I want to thank Rachel for putting this Beatles tag together. I much appreciate it. It's been a while since I did a video. A little rusty, but it's all good. And I appreciate it. Thank you.